So it is like 11:30 currently. I've just finished writing an essay, and I thought I wanna talk about Battleborn, and it just kind of dying today. Well, not today, technically yesterday. Um, or if you depending on who you ask, about a year ago it died fully. Which just isn't good. Um, yeah. So as of yesterday, it was announced that the last update would mean development is over for the game, as you can read, which is just shitty all round. I'm one of these people that actually bought into the game, like, on launch and wanted to play it, but, like, a mixture of events and timing just meant I didn't put enough time into it at all. Don't get me wrong, it had its fair share of issues. I think everyone's aware that it had problems. Apparently something is going on at the bottom of my screen under there, and I have no idea what the fucking hell it is anyway. Never mind. But yeah, it had its fair share of problems, and we all were aware of that. But just seeing it die, kind of sad, really, because it was I mean, one of the bigger reasons it did die was due to Overwatch and Overwatch coming out and everyone confusing it with Overwatch and them just having terrible marketing and not being able to say, look, this is completely different. Because Battleborn's multiplayer, at least its PvP, was very MOBA-esque, whereas Overwatch isn't really. It's very much carry the payload and get on the fucking objective, you assholes. But whereas Battleborn was MOBA-esque, and that was interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game wasn't perfect, especially at launch. There was a lot of unneeded clutter on the screen that nobody really needed. Let's be fair, no one needed that. Like, come on, learn to fucking sort your game out. Anyway, but yeah, just it died, and it could have done so much better. Like, so much better. When one of the fucking lead developers decided to link to the fucking porn page on Reddit and be like, careful, you know, as a bid to get people to actually play the game again because nobody was playing it. I think it says here that, like, the last 30 days, past 30 days, just 44 and a half people, which I don't know how half a person goes and plays the game, but will. That's something for another day, but, you know, like, 54, 55 people in the last 30 days have played it. You know what I mean? That's dark. I mean, it's not as bad as Lawbreakers, but it's on that level, really. Like, they tried to go free to play and didn't get the traction they needed. But then again, they refused to call it free to play, and I don't know why. Just call it what it is. It's not a bad thing going free to play. You know what I mean? I mean, Evolve tried it and then gave up, but doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just say, oh, we're gonna go free to play now. People that have bought the super deluxe whatever edition of the game is gonna get something extra, and everyone else is just gonna be able to play for free or whatever. You know what I mean? Just do what you need to do. To be fair to them, they did try. They tried to rebalance the game, make a lot of changes. They still added in everything they said they were going to add in post-launch, but they killed the game off, and it's sad because, again, if everything just didn't go so wrong for the game, it probably would be doing alright right now. But nobody cared. Just, it was the wrong place at the wrong time, surrounded by the wrong people, going up against the wrong games, and it turned it into a disaster waiting to happen. And again, that's just awful. So many people were fucking riffing on the game before the game launched, and that's just, nah, man. You don't want that, really, do you? God damn it, Battleborn. Yeah. Ugh. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of just. I saw that article today, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to actually talk about that because it's sad. Like, I wanted it to succeed because it never really does. I'm watching my CPU usage just slowly creep up. That's really odd. Anyway, but yeah, you don't see it that often, so when something like this does happen, it's terrifying. I mean, again, Lawbreakers, that happened. That was another game that happened recently. I think that for very different reasons, though. Like, I think, well, I don't know. I think people didn't understand the game very well when the game actually did launch. which I think is pretty sad because it was unique in that multiplayer first-person shooter genre, but I think it's hard to break into that genre, especially when Overwatch exists. I mean, Paladins is a free-to-play game that is some people calling a clone kind of somehow works, but yeah, it's just and then what's the other one? There's another one, Evolve. That's another one, but I think that died rightfully because that was just terrible. It was like Left 4 Dead, but had nothing of value. So, but oh well. That's Battleborn dead. Huh.